This is the section on compounds and mixtures. Here are your objectives for your notes. How do compounds and mixtures differ? What are some ways to separate mixtures? What combination of separation methods could you use to separate salt and pepper? In a mixture, substances have been physically combined. There's no chemical reaction. In a compound, there is chemical separation needed because there has been a chemical reaction. Mixtures are not chemically changed, so they can be easily separated. Compounds cannot. They need to be chemically changed. Because mixtures are physically combined, they can be taken apart without a chemical reaction. Think about a bag of Chex Mix. What's your favorite part? Do you pick that out and leave behind the parts you don't like? Chex Party Mix is a mixture. When you pick out your favorite part, you're separating it by hand. Can you think of other mixtures you can separate by hand? Not all mixtures can be easily separated by hand. Sometimes you might need to use another method to separate them. For example, hand separation is when you separate things by particle size. You could use filters or screens. If there's iron in the substance, you could use a magnet, and you could always use evaporation on many liquids. Sometimes it may be necessary to use more than one method of separation in order to take a mixture apart. Say for instance salt and pepper. You might even need to add something to the mixture to separate out the different parts. If you add water to salt to dissolve it, then you could use a screen or filter to separate out the pepper. Finally, evaporation would remove the salt from the water. I hope you got all your objectives answered in your notes. What's the difference between compounds and mixtures? What other ways are there to separate mixtures? And what's the combination of separation methods you could use to separate a mixture of salt and pepper?